What's going on, everybody? Cameron back again from Attack on Anime, here to bring you ReZero episode 5 review. Not much really happened, but it was still a really entertaining episode. Like, this episode was essentially Subaru coming to terms with going through his little return by death thing. He was just like, how did I die? And he wasn't even really mad at the fact that he died. He was more mad at the fact that he has to redo all of the things that he did leading up to that promise he made to Amelia. And he's really heartbroken that he really doesn't get to follow through on that exact promise. So he's just like, I'm gonna retrace all my steps, get back to that moment, make that promise again, and then make sure I follow through on it. So what I'm thinking is, after he makes a promise to her, after he gets past that night, I think that's gonna be the new checkpoint. That just shows how long this can go on, because these checkpoints are like such crucial things, and it's just like, how was he dying? Because this time, he didn't really get cut. He did cut his hand, but he got bit by the dog, and they kind of made it a big deal out of that, because by the end, after the credits, when they showed, oh, he's like poisoned, he's going crazy, he gets flung across the hallway, loses an arm, bleeds out to death, I was just like, man, this got so graphic, so real, out of nowhere. And this was like after the credits, after this like lighthearted episode where we get more acquainted with the maids, which I love, because these maids kind of seem like they can have that bland kind of like emotionless, but they proved through this episode that they still have these emotions. Like, they care for each other as sisters, they love each other dearly, they have their strengths and weaknesses that the other makes up for. And I love seeing that development between these two sisters, because like I said, I thought they were going to be the most boring characters, but they turned out to be the most entertaining. I love how Ram is essentially the one that always like teases Subaru. Like, the first time we see her in this episode, she's just like, put that sorry thing away. Like, when he just walks out of the hot tub, that was like my favorite part of the whole episode. I thought that part had me laughing so hard, I had to pause the episode for like 5 minutes to laugh at it. And Roswell is pretty creepy. I think, what my line of thinking is, I think that he got poisoned in the hot tub somehow. Because it was kind of like when he walked out, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said something like, I feel weird after that hot tub. Like, I thought he was just talking about Rosewall, but he kind of made it seem like he was looking like a little bit lightheaded at first, and then once he saw Ram, he kind of got scared, so he woke him up. So I was just like, is that where you got poisoned? Was it the dog bite? It's just like, there's a lot of things, because he was attacked. So I'm just like, someone was clearly targeting you pretty savagely from the looks of it. We get a hint in this episode that the maids may be demons, and because Rem asks Subaru, do you like demons? Says, oh, they're kind of cool, like some of them are kind of cute, they have good personalities, and she actually smiles because of that. And I'm wondering, what is that gonna have to do with the story? Like, how is that gonna factor in? It's just like, in a world where magic exists, of course demons wouldn't be too uncommon to them. So what in that world makes demons so, like, you know, the outcast or something? I love how Ram is teaching Subaru how to read and write, but when she proposed the idea, he's just like, oh gosh, she's coming to my room. Does this mean sex? Like, this dude is, like, you can clearly tell he's a virgin, because he's just so, anytime the idea of sex enters his mind, he literally freezes up. And the best part was when Amelia took over tutoring, and his heart was literally racing. He didn't know what words to say. He's stumbling over words. I'm surprised Amelia didn't notice how, like, hard he was breathing. Like, that dude was breathing like Darth Vader level of breathing. But yeah, he's just been researching places to take Amelia on this date, and he finally works up the courage to ask her out, and she gladly accepts. But as we see again, he dies by the end of the episode. So the next episode is definitely going to be him figuring out, alright, what the hell is going on? Like, why do I keep dying at this one night? Even though he was trying to stay up all night, and he kind of like passed out, but it's kind of like not really shown how long he passed out, because as soon as his head dropped, he like instantly snapped back up. So it's like, what, did he fall asleep? Was there a bit of like a couple hours of a time skip to where he got poisoned in his sleep? Who do you think poisoned Subaru? Because whatever they used on him was pretty damn intense. So I can't wait to see the next episode. I hope it's more lit than this one, because this one was a lot of character development and getting us more acquainted with people in the house and to their personality. But I hope next episode is going to be like, alright, this is some bull. Like, I died twice in the same night, and I'm getting tired of it. So I just hope that Subaru figures that out by next episode of who poisoned him. I don't think it was any of the maids. My best guess is like Roswell, because Roswell was definitely suspicious of Subaru for a while. So I'm thinking that he's the culprit, but who knows? Anything can happen in this anime. But until next time, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on just what you think of the episode in general, and who do you think poisoned Subaru. Peace.